Welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk about feeling trapped, working crappy factory jobs and just despising it. Right, let's get straight into it. I'll take you back to the beginning. I left school with no qualifications, through no fault of my own. To be honest guys, I hated school. I couldn't stand it, couldn't sit still, couldn't concentrate for reasons I've mentioned previously in my other videos. Yeah, so my job options were very limited. But me being me back then, I did the easiest thing. I heard that a lot of people were signing up on agencies and getting jobs through the agencies like. So I thought, right, son, I'm going to do that. One lad said, oh, go to Alfreton, like, oh, there's a good agency there, they'll sort you out. I'm like, shit up mate, respect. So I signed on. Luckily enough, I got a job that were local to where I lived. Like, buzzing mate, respect. So I started working there. Initially, I kind of enjoyed it. Not the work itself, but it was brand new to me, do you know what I mean? I was only 16, this was my first job. But as the weeks and the years went by, I just despised it. I couldn't stand it. I saw it for what it were. It was just monotonous. It was just monotonous bullshit. The same thing day in, day out. I worked at a trolley refurbishment company. We used to refurbish trolley locks. I used to fucking LB, piss off. I used to refurbish trolley locks, clean the wheels on the trolleys. They were shitted up to fuck, they were, do you know what I mean? But it was, like I say, it was just every day were the same. Cleaning wheels, refurbishing trolley locks, and I knew deep down, like, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. But it comes down to money again, doesn't it? We all need money to survive. It's a load of fucking bollocks. But in the process, like, we neglect our happiness. We forget who we really are as people, don't we? Just so we can earn the pay packet. Anyway, I was there for a while. Eventually I left. I got pissed off. Like I said, just monotonous. I left that place. I started another job at a packaging company. We used to make boxes for like Radley shoe boxes. Used to do Amazon packaging. Shit like that, do you know what I mean? Didn't seem too bad at the beginning, but again, the longer you're there, the more boring it gets, the more monotonous it gets. And it's not just that, you know, working in these factories, it's like everywhere you go, you can't avoid the fucking idiots. It's like every job I've had, there's always a certain group of twats, narcissistic psychopaths that just want to like make your life a fucking misery. Yeah, everywhere you go. And it got to a point, I dealt with a lot of bullying as well. If you've not seen my videos, check them out. So it got to a point where I hated going into work. I despised it. Do you know what I mean? I'd wake up, alarm clock would go off. I'd have to fucking drag my son out of bed to go to work. I'd be thinking to myself, oh, here we go again. I've got to do this monotonous shit, put cardboard in a feeder for 8 hours. You know, I've got to deal with these narcissistic psychopaths again, you know. Got to spend another day wasting my life away doing monotonous, brain-dead tasks, yeah? That I know, deep down, this is not what I want to be doing. But like I come down to it, like I said earlier, I felt trapped, I felt lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Why didn't you leave, I hear you say? Why didn't you get a trade? Well, it's like I've just said. I wasn't interested in bricklaying or roofing or anything. I was just blank upstairs, like I was lost. But it took me a while to realise where it is, guys. I was in fear of change. You know when you're comfortable in a job? Well, I wasn't comfortable, but you know what I'm saying? I was fearful to change. But it took me a long time to build that confidence up to try another job. Because like I said, all I've done were factories. But eventually I got there in the end, you know what I mean? But it weren't easy. It's not easy to lose that fear. That's what kept me at them fucking warehouses for years and years and years. But it was just a gradual build-up, like, of just dealing with horrible bastards every day, dealing with fucking toxic, narcissistic, horrible people, yeah, doing mundane, monotonous tasks every day that just got to a point where I'd had enough, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here, I'm rambling. Let's go back to hating working. I despised it, like I said. I used to drag myself out of bed, thinking that, oh, I've got to deal with this again. I've got 8 hours, sometimes 10, sometimes 12, dealing with these twats, doing these mundane, monotonous fucking jobs. Do you know what I mean? I'd be clock watching. It didn't help that we had a clock in corner of every fucking part at factory. So no matter where you walked, there were a clock in your face, do you know what I mean? It's like they did that on purpose to try and punish you, innit? I got into a habit. I was looking up at clock, literally, every 5 minutes. Oh, 8:05. Oh, 10 past. Oh, 50. Do you know what I mean? Because I just wanted to get out of that place. I had to fucking restrict myself from looking, but I couldn't help it. Like I say, there were clocks everywhere. Even in fucking toilet they had a clock, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so I just despise working at these places. I'd fucking clock in, and I'd be like, fuck me, roll on 2 o'clock. I said this to this one guy, and he went, fucking hell, Jammer, you've only just rocked up. What's crack like? It's not that bad. I'm like, really, mate? You enjoy doing this, do you? Fucking hell. Some people do though, don't they? Some people love going to work. Or is that a fake facade they put on? I think most of them are deep down hate working. They just put an act on, don't they? Put a front up. Now I'm like, mate, come on. How can you enjoy doing this mundane crap? Brain numbing bollocks. You must be crazy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so I used to be clock watching all the time. And it's worse when you're on a job, because I've worked on machines most of my life, and this machine I was working on regular always broke down, so we had to get maintenance in. And I don't know about you a lot, but I like to go to work. I like to have a job that's going to last me throughout the whole shift, yeah? Otherwise you're going to get bored out your fucking mind, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? But every hour this machine would break down. And it take maintenance about 2 hours to come and sort it out. So I'd ask supervisor, like, have you got aught else for me to do, like? Because maintenance is fixing machine. Grab a brush, lad. I'm like, alright then. So then I'd spend 2-3 hours sweeping the fucking floor, do you know what I mean? Being bored out my mind. That's another thing I hated. It's just, the time drags, doesn't it? I like to have a job that's going to last me the whole shift, to take my mind away from the bloody clock and the time. That's the reason why I used to work hard. Not because I like work. It's just to get the shift over and fuck off, innit? But when you've got machines breaking down and crap happening because the company can't sort the machines out, yeah? And they never used to buy the parts. They always used to wing it. So machine would, like, maintenance would fix the machine, then an hour or two later it'd fuck up, knowing that they need a part, but the company are that stingy, they don't fork out to actually sort the problem out. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so that used to piss me off. 3 hours sweeping floor, you're like, oh God, oh. Get me out of here, do you know what I mean? Just painful. And it's not that, it's just, on top of that, you always got groups of guys that got away with murder, stood about chin wagging, yeah? Going to canteen, getting teas and coffees in, yeah, every 10 minutes. Spending an hour in bog up mobile phone playing fucking video games. Going out in fag smoke, you know, going out in fag shed every half an hour. But if I did that, I'd get a fucking bollocking, yeah? I couldn't shit without getting fucking told off. And it's not that, in these factories you get snitches, don't you? You always get 1 or 2 snitches. Oh, James has got in canteen to get a cup of tea, it's not break time yet. Supervisor. So then I'd get a bollocking for it. But then, okay, it's alright for you to do that. But well, these cunts, they're all pally-pally with management, aren't they, and not supervisors, so they can get away with it. But people like me and you can't. It's like when you're a hard worker as well. I mentioned it in my previous video. You just get shafted. You get used and abused because they know that you'll do the job correctly. It shouldn't be like that though, should it? Just because I'm a hard worker don't mean you can use me, then start cranking the machine up higher, so then when I fucking, you know, so I've got to sweat my bollocks off just to get your numbers up to make you look good. No. Crazy, innit, guys? Yeah, but I just hated work. Especially factory jobs. You might be saying, like I said, why didn't you change? Yeah, it was the fear of change that held me back for many years. I was fearful to do something different. But anyway, I'm going ahead of myself again. Rewind. Let's backtrack. Right, I want to tell you a story about when I was at that factory. That fucking hell, that factory I've just mentioned. Fucking hell, head's gone blank. Packaging factory. I was working with this bloke on there on this machine. I was just feeding cardboard in the back for quite some time until the supervisor come up and said, right, now you're going to run this machine. Like, mate, I don't really want to. I'm not really good at running machinery and stuff like that. I'm good at just the simple tasks. Blah, blah, blah. He says, you've not got a say in it. I'm like, fair enough then. If I've not got a say in it, I'll have to fucking do it then, won't I? I got trained up for 2 or 3 days. Maybe a week. Got trained up on machine. Bearing in mind, there were that many buttons on this machine, it looked like a fucking spaceship. So yeah, you get where I'm coming from, don't you? And there were so many fucking programs you had to put in, and so many things you had to do at a certain time. And even if the machine broke, you had to do things in a certain order. And I'm like, mate, my head's gonna fucking explode here. I struggle to take information in. Oh, you'll be alright, you'll be alright. You'll be alright when I'm on holiday and you've got a rump machine on your own with a temp. I'm like, oh God, you know what I mean? Back then, I struggled with really bad anxiety. So then anxiety were fucking next level then. I'm like, oh God, he's off. he's going to be off soon, like. Then I've got to run it on my own. What if I forget where I've been taught? What if I fuck up? And my head will go in a million mile an hour thinking about it. Anyway, he went on holiday. And night before, when I was due to go in work, knowing that I had to run that machine on my own, I was bricking it. I didn't sleep. I was fucking sweating, me. Honestly. I went to work, must have went to work on 1 hour's sleep. I was fucked. I were in no fit state to run a fucking machine, you know what I mean? Let alone work, but I had to, you know what I mean? So I got to work, and I just completely fucked up. I'd forgotten everything. Like I say, I struggle to store information. And yeah, completely just messed up. And that was the worst, one of the worst days of my life there. Oh, people were looking at me, laughing and shouting. Look at him, he can't run the machine. What a joker, do you know what I mean? But they didn't realise I can't take information in. And I even said to the supervisor, look, I'm not very good at this. I don't think I'll be able to do it. And he was like, oh, you'll be alright, you'll be alright. But there were that many things you had to do with the machine, that many buttons you had to press, that many modes you had to switch on. The machine kept breaking down. There were certain things you had to do to restart it. And I just like went into my shell. Anxiety with through the roof and everything, man. I just shut down. And what I was doing, the product, like the boxes, they weren't coming out correctly. They weren't getting cut in certain places, and I didn't know how to do it. And I was asking for help, and no fucker had helped me because nobody else knew how to run that machine in the factory other than that lad who I was working with. So I was completely fucked. I was screwed. I felt like a failure. But I did pre-warn my supervisor. I said, I'm not built for this, you know what I mean? But maybe he saw that I was a good worker, and he built a bit of trust up with me, and he thought I'd do a good job, but did I fuck? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that sparked a massive deep depression within myself. After that, I just lost all confidence. I resorted just to being being at the back on the machines, doing the bare minimum. But don't work like that at these factories. They want to use you to do everything. They want to have you to training up on every machine, yeah, so they can use and abuse you. Yeah, fucking working to me, it's just fucking slavery. It's just a load of bollocks. Yeah, what? You wake up, go to work, come home, have some tea, watch a bit of shite on TV, yeah? Shower, bed, rinse, repeat, until you spend your whole life doing that, and then you retire realising you've wasted your whole fucking life. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy. Do you know what I mean? I crave freedom. I just want to be free from this fucking cesspool of a system. Because money's just designed to keep you trapped. Keep you in a system, you know. It's very difficult. Keep you in a system that's very difficult to escape from. Because we need money to survive. And that's what keeps us trapped in this fucking, in these jobs that we despise. But we neglect our happiness in the process, don't we? Yeah. But my ultimate dream, like I've mentioned before, is just to be free from this system. Because at the minute I'm a carer for my dad with dementia, which a lot of you already know. But when my dad goes, I'm going to have to get another job. What job? I have not got a fucking clue. Because I've hated everything I've done thus far. Do you know what I mean? But it's still there, innit? Maybe I'll get, I don't know, let's say whatever job I get. I ain't got a clue, I really ain't. Let's say I get a job and get a bit of money together. And my plan is to either live off the grid, do a bit of van life, or just backpack around country, yeah? Still talk about mental health, but to do that, you still need money behind you, don't you? You still need money to support what you're doing. I'd love to do that, you know, just go backpacking around different parts of UK, exploring mountains, do some camping. Yeah, like I said, I'm still going to keep on my mental health on my channel, but I've got to escape at some point, haven't I? Because I can't live in this fucking 9 to 5 fucking grind, this hamster wheel, just working just to survive, and not being happy in the fucking process. I can't. I'm at a point now where I've just got to escape. I've got to do something new. But like I said, I'm tied down with my dad at the minute. But when my dad goes, then I've got to start and wake up. Yeah, so it could be that. I think it's a good idea. I mean, my YouTube channel. So, you know, I never thought it'd ever get to this point, you know. I mean, I'm nearly at 7,000 subscribers. I'm proud of what I've achieved. But I can't live off this YouTube because I'm not getting the views. To make the money, you've got to get serious amount of views consistently, yeah? And it's very hard to do. But who knows, in the future, it could be a possibility. I don't know. I'm never going to beg and ask for money off you guys. That's something I'll never do. Yes, I've got my buy me a coffee, but that's only a link in my description. I don't beg and ask for money, do I, guys? I've got to sort my own... Okay. I've got to sort my own life out, yeah? I've got to fund my own dream, my own passion. Yeah, man. I think I've barked on enough now. Right. Hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good shit. I love you all. Hopefully I'll see you on my next video, guys. Respect.